on like a baked custard for you guys? Okay. So I guess it's flan like. Let me see. I've got to kill this thing to see if we are live because I don't trust none of the software.
The software doesn't populate on its own. Did you know? Although,
right, let's see.
I think you're live.
That thing says live.
I see you.
All right. Well, good afternoon, goeiemiddag. Nicole will be right with us because she has to help some customers. Happy Sunday. We're going to make something interesting today. So firstly, we are live in our store. Today you won't hear staff because only me and Nicole, or Nicole and I, because staff needed some time off. They got some family stuff. So she has to help customers. I'm going to have to do all of this by myself. Can you believe it? We are live from our store. This used to be our old restaurant kitchen when we used to, the days we used to cook for customers. We don't do that anymore. Now it's just built on all the time and retail store, import stuff like that. So you might hear kids yelling because they go crazy. As soon as this thing starts running, they go insane. You might hear ding-dongs because customers go in and out, and you might hear customers because they might yell at us to come and help them if we're busy here. So today we are going to make, I guess, the best way to describe it is for you guys is probably like a flan. We call it a flamby. We used to buy these desserts in a little plastic like cup, and you flip them upside down and you kind of break a tab and this thing slides out of the plastic mold, and then it's got a caramel sauce that runs over it. So I found a recipe for it and it's very nostalgic to South Africans. So I thought, you know what, let me try and take a stab at this thing and see how it comes out. So I've already made one round because this thing's got to rest for like 2 or 3 hours to cool before you can really serve it. So I've got a set already made and I'm going to make another set. And when that goes in the fridge, then I'll pull the other one out and we can mess with it. So without further ado, I guess we're going to start with that. So let me get the range on here. And let me just see where we're going. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with 2 cups of 500 grams of milk. Now, I'm not going to do 500 grams of milk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 400 grams of milk and 100 cream because I want it a little more creamy. They say full cream milk, and if I think of the South African full cream milk, it's probably a little more creamy than the American one. So I'm going to add some cream. So I will do...
How many times can you say cream in one sentence?
Man, we're still going to cream the eggs and the sugar as well. So there's going to be a lot of creaming.
Cream.
There's going to be a lot of creaming today. All right, so we do 400. So I guess 4/5 of 500 grams or 2 cups. That's getting very complicated. Just get a scale, set it to comic grams and weigh 400.
It is more accurate.
Life's easier that way. All right, and I'm going to do 100 grams of cream. And we're going to, so this, we don't want to boil this. We want to scald it. So 180, 185, the end. All right, 499. It's close enough. All right, so grab that if you don't mind and put it in the fridge. Keep it on ice.
Did you say hi to anybody yet?
I have not. I've just jumped off the bat because I heard the ding dong and then I knew, okay, you're going to be on your way. I'm just going to leave a probe in there just so it can watch the temperature for me. And then what we're going to do is we want 70 grams. So 60 grams, about a half a cup, 55, 60 is a quarter cup. So this is going to be about a cup and a tablespoon, I guess. Actually, we can do a little more. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a 1/3 cup. All right, so 80 grams. We're going to do a 1/3 cup of sugar. All right, and then I can actually take this off and I can work here where you guys can see me. So what we're going to do, we want to take 2 full eggs. All right, we want to take 2 full eggs and we're going to take 3 egg yolks. All right, we're going to try and keep the shells out of the dish. Okay, and if you don't know it, the yolk's on you. Dad jokes.
Oh.
All
right, while you yoke around here,
yes,
let me say hello to a few that we know.
All right.
Russ Hanneman,
Hey,
Copium
Russ.
Poppies.
Hey, Copium.
Loyu, Jody hyphen, Finboy.
Hey, all the regular delinquents.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about being too clean with us because we're not going to make a meringue out of this. So if a little bit of yolk, yokingly falls in there, you don't have to stress too much because I'm just going to scramble this into some eggs tomorrow.
So what is this nonsense that happened in South Africa last night where there was a drone show that fooled many, that they lost out on some money?
I have no idea. I don't follow anything in South Africa, man.
Hyphen said that they just discovered a scam going around, and this was supposed to be in Toronto this weekend as well.
Okay.
So I wonder if it's the same thing.
Oh, that people paid to see it and then it didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Interesting.
That would not surprise me.
Greetings
in South
to
Africa,
you, Russ.
they might have just stolen the drones, Might have just stolen the drones.
That's very true.
Might not be a hoax. The hoax might be on the drone operators.
On the drones.
All right, so there we go. 3 yolks, 2 eggs. All right, let's see where we're going with this temperature. Okay, and then we're going to mix all of this together. 107, 108. And just I set this high just to get it going. I should have changed or set the range on a while ago.
That thing's crazy anyways, don't worry.
Yeah, it's completely insane. So for this guy, you want to go a little lower, so you're going to run around 325, 330 degrees. All right, we got the machine.
Your dainty mixer.
Yes. So we're going to cream all of this. More creaming going on.
You promised to cream the eggs.
Yep. So this is very, very simple. Now the recipe says put the vanilla in there. I'm not going to do that. All right, we're going to add the vanilla when we add the milk because, in my opinion, if you add the vanilla to that, then you cook away the flavor because vanilla's got a lot of alcohol in it. So I would rather do that as late as possible. Don't forget it though. And the other thing I want to do here, which the recipe does not call for, is I want to add a little bit of salt. So the recipe does not ask for salt, but I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon, so like 2.5 grams. Of course, Celtic salt. There we go. Just a smidgen. Just a little bit.
To make it so it's not so fresh.
Yes.
And of course, there's been plenty of talk of milk today.
Yes.
And you're not helping.
Nope. Milk is cooking. All right, let's see where we're at. 139. So we want to get to like 180. We don't have far to go. All right. That goes down. Every time you stir it, it'll drop a little. So 120. We'll keep that right here. And then I'm going to, so what the recipe says is you got to put these things in ramekins, put the ramekins in water and bake them. I don't have ramekins. I'll pack them away somewhere. So I'm going to use this tray. And then hopefully, I did it a different way initially, but I got a better plan. So
there we go. Yeah,
should fit in. So what I'm going to do is, I got this pan, and you can see there's still water in from my testing. So I'm going to take these guys, and I'm going to balance this thing, hopefully, like that, on that guy, with water in this guy. And I'll put this guy in the oven, then fill with water, and then balance this guy on there. Then we'll stick it in there and fucking pray. All right, and hopefully we will make it.
All right, Hyphen did give me further information. The idea was a show with drones like the Chinese or Dubai style show. Turns out tickets were sold, but no show. Happened in SA, and this weekend, Toronto, thousands scammed.
Okay.
And I'll be back after all my ding-dongs.
All right, well, good thing is we don't go to shows like that, so I won't be scammed. We don't do much else than live here, work, cook, make biltong. That's what the water's for that guy. So, and then for the caramel, I'm going to follow their recipe. 45 grams of water, so 45 milliliters, and 100 grams of sugar. So I'm going to put the sugar. Might need a little more. Nope, no, I think I'll be okay. No, a little much. All right. And then there we go. All right, so we got the caramel ready. Oops. Oh, let's see what they say. So that should take about 10 minutes to make the caramel. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put this one into this one. We got to do that real slow so we don't scramble the eggs, and then we'll make the caramel, and then yeah, this is almost there. It's got 10 degrees to go, so we had 168, 167, 168, and then we'll take it off, let it just calm down to a mild panic, and then we'll start mixing it in here. I'm going to do about, so a little lid on this thing, these lids from the South African one. So that's exactly a teaspoon. So I'll use the lid. So we're almost there. Whew. That vanilla always smells so good. I always laugh at the kids when they smell the vanilla, they always want to taste it. I always oblige. The faces are phenomenal. All right, so we're almost there. So what they basically say is, this can start to simmer but not boil, which is basically scalding it. So we're just scalding the milk 180, 185, and we'll pull it off, and then we're gonna fill this guy up. 40 minutes in the oven for this thing. 40 minutes. That's gonna take a minute. All right, and then we'll pull them out when they are done. So we got almost there, 180, almost there. All right, that can basically come off. All right, so that's scalding. All right. So now what they say, with a caramel, generally you don't mess with so you don't stir the sugar. So pretty much, so let me see. They say shake it so the sugar dissolves in the water. All right, so let's do that. Or that it dissolves a little bit in the water. Now, one of the things I know for a fact, generally when you make this kind of thing, you don't want anything on the sides, and normally you brush the sides with water to make it not burn. So we'll see. This will probably take 5 minutes or something. All right. And then the way we work with these things, so you basically put the caramel goes at the bottom. So we're going to flip them upside down and we're going to drizzle caramel over the top. All right, so let's see. That's already going clear. Let me mix this a little. Let me see where we're at with that guy. So I just wanted to cool a little bit. And then I'm going to put this I'm going to put this, the speed on this, I'm going to put it on 1. Just so, you know, so we can still give this guy a minute. Pull him here. Right, just cool it so it's in the 150s. And we don't want to scramble the egg, so we're going to have to do it real slow. Slow like. Alright, and we'll move the scale over here. Put the scale this side. So what we can do while we wait for all of this, so what they also say, obviously, because it's how it burns, is so we put some do not get fucking stuck juice on you. Alright, they don't say you should or shouldn't, but I'd rather play it safe than sorry and dig them out and have to break them. Alright, so you've got to let the foam go down a little and we'll weigh them out into these guys. So 158, I think we can slowly start mixing it. Little bit. Ah, let's switch the range off. And just keep it on there low. Alright, so lots of noise, not so much speed. I'll put that in last. Right. And as this picks up heat, you can add more and more milk. You just want to keep it real contained in the beginning, so you don't hit a hot spot and scramble your eggs. I also pour it against the side of the bowl, help it kind of cool down a little. And this will form a kind of a custard. So this is a very basic, simple type custard. See, now I can start putting a little more because it's starting to get some heat in it. But you still want to be careful because it can easily scramble. See, so as the water dissipates out of the sugar should start caramelizing. And as soon as it's a little light brown, we'll take it out. See, now we can add more and more. Alright, there we go. Alright, and now we do a little bit of, so a little bit more vanilla is always good. Don't be shy with the vanilla. Add a little more, it'll look nice, it'll smell nice, it'll taste nice. Alright, there we go. Little bit of vanilla. There we go, that's a nice color. Because you don't want this kind of light pale yellow, you want it a nice color.
Have you seen who's in?
I have not.
Okay, let me catch you up real quick, and then I'll be running in and out. I still have a customer.
All right.
We've got Andy Pearson.
Okay, well.
Sportfish. Bright Gaming. I Care 22. Thought I saw, yes, 30-something media.
All right, well,
yeah,
good.
Thank you everyone for hanging out.
Yeah.
Keep chatting away. I'll update Anton on chat here in a little bit. I'm gonna go take care of my guy in front. Eat your biltong.
Right. Yes. Try not get the crumbs. All right. All right. This is slowly going yellow. I'm going to try and not get too much foam. All right, let's see. I'm going to do about 120 grams. It's about a half a cup per holder. Sorry, that takes a little bit of focus. Ugh. All right. All right. Oh, too much. Too much. It is good. Yeah, I'm reading my scale completely wrong, yeah? There we go. Sorry for the silence. Had to focus a little bit. Right. This thing, we'll check it now. All right, so make sure all of this foam is kind of little as possible. There we go. Put this guy down there. Let's see. All right, this should very soon start caramelizing. I might have it a little low, but I'm sure it'll caramelize. Just be patient. Right, so what we want to do now, put this guy in here, not drop the water out, hopefully. All right, and this thing takes quite a bit of water. One would not think it, but it is so. So I'm going to disappear for a second just to go get another jug of water. All right. Now give me 1 second. I'll be right there. All right, there we go. So don't fill it complete because these things are still going to press in there, so you don't want to run the water over. But we're going to get it pretty high. So we probably leave about 1 inch off the top. Yeah, about 1 inch off the top. All right. And now the trick comes. So we're going to mess first. Just a bit of a mess. And then we're going to balance this thing in there. There we go. Right, let me, before that thing bakes, because it's just going to burn on there, might as well clean this up while I got this thing open. All right, watch the fingers, try not to burn them. There we go. All right, I'm going to push this guy in. It looks pretty level. Right, and away you go. Let's see this guy. Yeah, that's slowly starting to turn brown, light brown. That's good. All right, let me get these guys out. So this is what they turn out like when you're done. You'll see I made these this side. That doesn't work so well because then you got to kind of lift it. So I thought, you know what, the middle 6 would probably work better. There we go. That is slowly getting there. All right, let me clean the little spatula off. Put some sanitizer. All right. Yeah, still going, still browning. All right. So let me see if I can pluck one of these things out of here. I did not put salt in these ones. But the good news is, except for the sugar, of course, there's no flour in these guys. It's all egg and milk, which means if you're a zero carb or low carb diet, guess what you can eat? It's just the sugar part. But I mean, you can, for the most part, you can add one of those weird sugars, I guess. I don't know how you're going to make fucking caramel, but anyway. All right, that looks good. Hey, go to the other side. Just because the camera's on doesn't mean you can take chances. Get out of here. Sorry, my kid's taking chances. Go. I've got to go fetch a plate. Hey. Are you going outside? Okay. Kid's been taking chances all day. All right. Go away. All right. So let's see if I can snatch one of these guys. Oh, timer. You need to put timer, otherwise I forget. I'll put for 38 minutes. I'm sure that's been in there for 2 minutes already. Yeah, that looks nice. Probably use this guy. All right, let me see if I can snag this guy out of here without damaging him too much. All right. So, oh, very nice. So, this is pretty much what it comes out like. Little cup. And then what we're going to do, so of course you can put this in a little plate and you can put as much caramel as you want. All right. So, I mean, you watched me just leave that on the range. So this is a nice thick caramel. So that was basically 45 grams of water, which is 3 tablespoons, and 100 grams of sugar, which is 3.5 ounces. Don't fall in there. Do not fall in there. Let me move this. Sorry, I'm a little sweaty because the focus. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, and this will set. Yeah, of course it'll set. Oh, that's nice. because it's cold and this is warm. Interesting.
Sorry for my delay. Wow, does that look pretty?
Yeah, I should have just run this a little more. And then of course if your
All right, let me go peek.
if your caramel sets, all you do is you just set it in some hot water, which I'm sure I can arrange. Because the caramel gets hard, that's going to be very nice. Very, very nice.
That looks beautiful. Where's your torch?
Yeah, I guess you can do a torch, but you want to do sugar if you want to do a torch, not caramel.
I know.
Let me just get a little bit of hot water here. Give me 1 second. Actually, you know what? Give me a minute. You can talk to chat. Give me a minute. Let me get to the urn.
Sure. Welcome in to those who have snuck in since I was last here. I see we have blues nut, duct tape.
Well,
I swear I saw someone else I didn't catch earlier. I may be Neuro. Hey, we missed you on Friday. Glad to have you all, and thank you, Neuro, for your awesome reminder about biltongusa.com for 10% off of your biltong purchases. Please use S.T.F. 10, and that's going to be any of the regular price biltong. All of the sale items, they are already a little bit deeper dive than the S.T.F. 10 discount, so keep that in mind if you're looking for something fun to try out. We've got our biltong here. We've got some chili sticks. The chili sticks, Anton, are they hot?
Yeah, those things are about a 6. Oh, hold on. I had to switch my mic off because, you know, our kids zone, because the kids say they're going outside and a kids zone, and it's not a kids zone, it's a fucking war zone.
Mm-hmm.
But my mic was on when I was giving them shit. It's like, look at that, look. So I switched my mic off. What did you say? Was it there?
The chili sticks.
Oh yeah, about a 6 out of 10. Tomorrow they will speak to you.
Now they make me laugh. They're the same peri-peri spice as our Angus peri-peri or Wagyu peri-peri.
Yeah, which is about a 2 out of 10.
Which is about a 2 out of 10. But they have more spice to meat ratio. Let me show you guys this. So it's more spice to meat ratio. They are harder dried than the sliced biltong, and it burns. It feels like the ghost, I would say. Is that about right?
Yeah.
But it's really tasty. They are back and forth, and I don't know what they're doing.
Kids are driving me insane today.
So lots of milk. Of course, Copium is reminding everybody to milk your milk and milk. Thank you, Copium. Right.
So this guy in the hot water is not getting softer. That is not what they told me. You know what? I might have boiled this thing too much. Now it's candy.
That's going to be hard to chew.
Well, it's not, you know what?
I'll just eat your meat instead.
Yeah. All right, so for this, I have not made this stuff in so long, I forget it sets. Very nice, though.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. No, man, these guys are crazy. What was it? I think you got to put cream of tartar or something in here to make this not set hard. So what I'll do, let me put a smidgen of the hot water.
Fritzy, welcome in. Late to the party, but we'll take you. Don't worry. Anton is making, what is this called again?
I'm busy breaking pots.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this called?
It's like candy hard.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But it's sugar. It will dissolve.
Well, yeah.
Eventually.
I hope so.
May take a few rounds of hot water.
Yes. Oh, this should come back.
Oh, my.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, there we go.
Flamby. There we go. I looked at the title since you won't tell me. Flamby. Which is very much like a flan. Oh, my goodness. And he's making... You just put some sticks in it. Let's just turn it into rock candy.
Yes.
The ding-dongs are my children. They are the ding-dongs today.
Yes.
But I wanted to say, Russ gifted a subscription. Thank you, Russ.
Thank you.
30-something media now has a red rash.
All right.
Always got to be someone. Okay, let me go double-check that wasn't any customers. I feel kind of bad.
Apparently, I made some candy while doing this. Interesting. Not what I expected. Not what the recipe says, but you know, we live and learn.
There's a first time for everything. What can we say?
Apparently.
Anton is not getting hard. He is hard.
Yes. Wow.
Dun, dun,
Right, I'm just going to leave this in here. Well, we got one out of it. I must have a look. I've got a golden syrup recipe. But you know what? That said, this is pretty much caramel.
Yep.
So
I was
this
going to
stuff,
say, I can go get a can of caramel. We have some.
no, this is...
By the way, Copium says, what is flan? He doesn't know.
It's a baked custard, basically.
Yes.
So there we go. You can break our teeth on that one and try this one. You want to try it?
Okay, is it hard? Is it that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard,
Oh,
man.
that is,
Gonna pull your fillings out.
that's fascinating.
Yeah. No, I saw one that was setting. I thought, that's weird. That shouldn't be doing that. But this is probably the better one. Let me see.
Blues Nut says, with meat like that, who doesn't get hard?
I agree.
As long as it's moist.
That's
yeah?
very nice.
Yeah, is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You sound like Christoph.
Yeah, very nice.
Mm.
Kids are going to cry tonight because they're not getting any, because they've been
What
misbehaving.
about the young lady?
Yes, Esme can have some.
Mm. Can we brag on that young lady? What she did
Yeah.
today?
Tell them.
So I made some pies for the shop. We've been out for a little bit. I've been neglecting my pie people. And this morning she busted me in the kitchen and came and insisted that she make pies too. I have a thing about the kids helping with customer stuff. The answer is no. Not until they're a little older, understand hand washing, that kind of stuff. She's 5.
Yeah, sanitation.
Yes. I don't quite trust clean hands, quote unquote. So I told her when I'm done, instead she can take some meat that we had saved for them and make her own pies. She did exactly that. She made 8 pies. I just helped her scoop the meat over. Just she can't really see the scale while putting the meat on, and she did everything else from rolling to scoring and putting the egg wash on for baking.
Yeah,
I was
even
very
the egg wash.
impressed.
Yeah, that was.
And I left
pretty,
her. I left her to do it all. Everything but putting the meat in on the actual pastry pie. So that was pretty good.
You know what I can do?
Hmm.
The older kids can each have one, and then
No sweetness.
no sweetness. Correct.
Because also, it should still taste okay, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's very nice.
Uh-huh.
With a syrup on it, it's really nice.
It's very light.
Yes, I want to not have these things out. So I'll take them out of here and put them in here.
Maple syrup would be great on that.
Yes, that's basically, you can basically put maple syrup. We've got what we call golden syrup. Our syrup doesn't run like the syrup you guys have here. We've actually got proper, it's almost like caramel basically. That's why, you know, I thought I'd follow the recipe, but next time, because now I've got to try and get that pot clean. So I would just...
That's going to be fun.
oh, yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'll just leave it on the range to boil.
So Sportfish says, damn, this show is making me hungry. I better get my bourbon. Love the comment. Yes, yes, yes. Now that, Loie, that sounds good. Maple raspberry sauce.
Yes. Any kind of sauce.
That sounds really good. Oh, Blues Net. Sorry, I didn't even see that. You're the one who said it. Louie's just backing you up. Brits eat baked beans for breakfast. You know, speaking of baked beans, so another kid comments, my youngest, our youngest, is now obsessed with baked beans.
Yes. Oh, is he?
No,
That's no official.
He ate his whole lunch, just like he ate his whole breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made candy.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
But just careful, it's sharp.
Mmm. Very sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Before you cut my tongue.
Yeah.
And it's toasty.
Yeah, that's like rock candy.
Russ is not a fan of English breakfast. Anton used to have a killer one. We had our sausage, the boerewurst. It was a hefty piece of sausage, would you say?
Yeah.
So you'd have the sausage, 2 eggs.
Yes.
I think it was 2 eggs, a pan-seared tomato, and it's about a third of it, or half of a tomato?
Yeah, about a third.
About a third of a tomato.
Nice thick tomato.
Beans. What else was with it? Bacon.
Yes. Bacon, so two rashers of bacon, 2 toast, baked beans, tomato, sausage. We didn't have steak.
No. That was a very good breakfast, though. I cannot tell you how many people would come in for that breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were still cooking. So we would do the beans. And, you know, that's before we had the stove. So we didn't have, like, access to the beans we got now, which would be much better. But beans, 2 eggs. It was actually 3 rashers of bacon, a piece of sausage, 2 toast, and the eggs would be scrambled or...
Yeah.
What's the name?
It was a
Scrambled
full plate. So we served on these plates here. There was no room. No room left over. I think many times the toast was on the side.
No, the toast was not on there.
Yeah, toast didn't fit. It was too full.
Yeah, pan-fried tomato.
And some people used to have us add pop to it.
Yes.
You remember that? Because it's very much like grits. Oh, there we go. Break it up. Maybe that's the answer for the fan. So I Care says, next cooking show. Ah, where did it go? Next cooking show, baked biltong beans. I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, I'll be careful. Blues Nut says, I made a sort of strudel with stuffed raspberries and make a maple raspberry sauce for the family. Only in winter, it's time consuming, but so good. That really does sound nice.
Mm-hmm. So I put those things in bowls and I don't put them in the fridge, you know?
Nope. Say hi to Polish Dog. Glad to have you in. Is there no room?
No, there's room.
Oh, it's closed on you?
Yeah.
What is everybody else making? Little Rascals cooking show. I should do that. That is a great idea. They do get their time in the kitchen. Our older boy, he's obsessed with making eggs. He's starting to master hard-boiled eggs for sure.
Yes. Next time we hard-boil eggs, we're going to do it in this.
That's fine. Sugar candy coating.
Yeah. That's nice, but man.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we're misbehaving eating this.
Yeah, I know, and it's not even that bad.
He definitely made candy, though. That is...
yes. Well, I just followed their recipe.
So, it jiggles. Did you show them that it jiggles?
Yeah, it's like a custard, so it's loose.
It's not loose. It jiggles. It's 2 different terms.
So, yeah. So, we'll have more of this in stock soon. So, maybe a bit of an update. We've got some containers going on site next week for storage, and the week after we should have buildings. The rain has pushed us back 2 weeks.
Yes.
The rain has pushed us back 2 weeks, so that is a problem. But, you know, it is what it is. If we can't get the machinery in, what do we do? So, hopefully, we'll have most of the parking setup done by this week. Buildings will go in next week. We got 1 container dropping off next week, so we can start moving stuff into the container for storage. The week after, hopefully, we'll have buildings down, and then it's access roads. They're starting with a concrete work layout next week and stuff like that. So, lots of action coming very soon. Depending on how things work out, I don't know. Nicole has to go help a customer quick, so I don't know. I'm leaving Friday morning to take a bunch of stuff to the new site. So we'll see, do we or don't we do a show Friday? And if it's on, will it be here? Will it be there? I don't know yet. It all depends on how things work out. If she doesn't come back, I'm going to eat hers. That was very nice. I cannot complain. It was really nice. Now, normally halfway through the baking process, I turn these things around because the fan in the oven kind of browns one side, but I have them in the middle, so I think we'll be okay. That's why you'll see the ones I pulled out. Some were a little brown, some were a little less brown. That's the oven. It's got a huge fan, so the way the wind blows, it kind of toasts one side. So if something's in a cup like that and it's a little lower, what you'll find is the outside edge on like the one side gets brown and the inside edge doesn't, just because of the way the wind blows across in the oven. All right, this might actually dissolve in a bunch of water. So interesting. So yeah, my all-purpose pot. I cannot afford to mess the pot up. Then I have one less pot to deal with. So let's see. Copium says to a Polish dog that self-love will make you go blind, or at least need glasses. Go. Now my kids are crazy today. 1 liter of water weighs a kilogram, so a milliliter of water is a gram. All right, so 500 milliliters of milk, therefore, is 500 grams. So what I did is I used 400 grams and 100 grams of cream just to make it a little bit more creamy. I guess you could use a little more. I don't know what the ratios would work out up to the limit, but I mean 400 to 100, that's like 25% cream. That's good. Give it a little bit more cream. All right, and then you bring that on the range to a scald. So you want to take it to 180, 185, no more. Then you take 80 grams, which is basically a cup and a bit more than a tablespoon of sugar. All right, mix that together, half a teaspoon of salt, together with 2 eggs and 2 large eggs, 3 yolks. All right, and then you basically cream that up, and then once your milk is scalded, you take it off the range, you bring it down to like 150, and then you slowly start mixing it in. So you don't want to go too fast, because if you go too fast, you'll scramble your eggs. You've got to take it real slow, drip, 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 and then just keep mixing and mixing. It's probably easier by hand than with a machine. It'll be easier with a machine if it's a lot. This is not a lot. So if you just have like a hand whisk, you can go with a whisk and just make sure you pick up the milk every time it hits the eggs, so you don't scramble them. If you have scrambled eggs, it will really not taste good. It'll taste like scrambled eggs. So you don't want to cook your eggs. Mix in the milk into the egg sugar mixture, and that'll basically give you a custard. You can put a teaspoon of or 5 grams of vanilla essence, mix that in, and then pour it into what they call ramekins. I got it in my cupcake baking sheet because I don't have ramekins at the moment. And then you just place them in water, and then you're looking at about 325 for 40 minutes. That'll be about 170 Celsius for 40 minutes. You just bake them in the oven, take them out, let them cool a little, and pop them in the fridge. And then you saw me take them out. You can pretty much take a nice soft spatula. What I would recommend is like take something like this. All right, and then you just put your sheet on top of your ramekin, or this side, you just put it on top, and then you just flip it out, and then you pull it off, and then it'll all look pretty. Or you could use your plate. If you're going to put it on a plate, just flip it out in a plate, and then put your syrup, which I failed miserably to make. I made candy.
You know, honey would actually be really good.
Yeah, honey would be good. Yeah, so you can drizzle honey, any kind of sweetish, syrupy, maple syrup, whatever. I threatened. I was like, man, if she ain't coming back, I'm going to chow that immediately. But any kind of sweety, kind of sweet syrupy you can do for a topping. No, you know what? I'll eat it. I don't mind.
Sorry, I came in and threw myself on. I've got more customers. I'm going to go play over there. So right, enjoy your...
Yeah, I got 16 minutes left of talking nonsense.
So there were some, I asked everybody what they had made today, and it looks like we had some decent answers. If you're going to scroll up a little bit and check it out.
All right, so let's see. Sportfish. Weed-infused guests, says Sportfish. Totino's pizza rolls, says Copium. Very nice. Chicken legs and carrots. Okay, that works. Chicken legs and carrots. Russ So Russ says chicken legs and carrots. Is that roasted in the oven or smoked on the smoker? Finboy Slick says burrito jitas. It's going to be delicious. Awesome. That sounds good. Russ, dark meat. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a chicken breast guy, man. I like the legs. I like them legs. Polish says, my mom says you get hairy palms. That's what they say. Chicken legs and thighs, says Fritzy21. All right, let's see. With chips, awesome, Ike. Thank you, Ike. It's all good. Let me see. With pork chops. Are we dead? What is going on? Did this thing die? No, I'm over there. What happened? What happened? Hold on. Why is this gone? No, the stream is going. It's going. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. This thing decided to just go black on us. I don't know why. Lots of mulking, of course. And I'm going to have to clean the probes, so I'll do that now. Let me see. Bright Gaming. What does Bright Gaming say? Mostly game-based movies and cartoons made called tuna noodle. That's not bad. I like to put some noodles or tuna in my noodle salad. So if I make a pasta salad, I like to put some tuna in there. Tuna or bits of chicken. It makes it real good. But you can basically make like a tuna noodle salad. That's very nice. So if you use your probe, at least once a day, you gotta clean the tip. Alcohol works best. Makes it real clean. All right, these guys are almost done. I just want to show you guys when they come out what they look like. Fortunately, it looks like my pot's almost healed from all that candy that was stuck in there that I made accidentally. So, yeah, that's coming off real nice. There we go. And the last little bits and pieces. All right, awesome sauce. That concludes the candy, except for the little bit that's on my spoon, which I'm sure will just pop right off. Probably not. Wow. That is insane. All right, well, I guess we leave that in water a little longer. Completely in water. There we go. Just the way I like it. That is so stuck. I thought my knife would just pop it off, but no. So for anybody who missed it, these are called Flambies, and it's basically a baked custard. So an oven-baked custard, and that's got 12 minutes, and then it'll come out. So you guys saw how I made it. Do not try the syrup. That syrup didn't work. We have a golden syrup recipe, and if I remember correctly, it's basically you have to add lemon juice or cream of tartar to stop that from happening. I just remember now, I have not made this stuff in I don't know how long, but the acidity, a little bit of lemon juice, and I can't remember the ratios. You can look it up. The fucking internet exists. But you put a little bit of cream of tartar, and it will actually not set like that. I forgot about that because I have not made this kind of stuff for like years by this point. But this, I saw this recipe and I thought, man, this is so nostalgic. It's something that I ate growing up as a kid. So I'd like to make it, and it's pretty close, man. It's pretty close to what we had. So yeah, there's that. And then Hyphen was talking about the drone concert thing that people paid to go watch, and then there was no concert. So now, did they also get the guys in Toronto, or was the bookings just made in Toronto? I don't know. So Hyphen, you can maybe chime in on that. And just let us know. I don't know if the Toronto guys actually paid and lost their money, and if they're gone with all of it. But I laugh. There's not a lot of entertainment in South Africa, so when something like that comes in, it's normally pretty popular. And yeah, people are going to be a little pissed. You know, and that you probably find those guys didn't even make it cheap. It was probably real expensive. And yeah, there you go. Go out, and there's no. Well, so I'm actually trying to think now. Were they planning to do this in a stadium? And did the guys get to the stadium, and then there was like no access, or was it some field? That's weird. Wonder what the setup was with that. I'll reach out to a few of my mates and ask them if they got caught in the scam. See what they say, you know, find out what's going on. So yeah, this thing's got 10 minutes to go. Let me just shake it around a bit because this oven is fast. Yeah. You know what? Let me check this thing. Whew. Don't make a mess. I actually think these are ready. Let me probe them. Yeah, these things are ready. I messed up one, yeah? Put too much in the one and not enough in the other. All right, let me try and not pull the water out. That would be a bad fucking idea. That should fall on me. So 3 of them I got exact, and then, yeah, I fucked up. I put too much in the one and not enough in the other. I must have misread my scale. All of that concentration and silence, and then I do that. All right, let me show you guys. So these things have to cool a little and then go into the oven or into the fridge and cool off, and then you can flip them out. So you can see what they look like there. You see? Let me grab this thing here. So those two I messed up. The rest, oh, that's ready. It's done.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Are those two okay?
Yeah. So I put too much in there, not enough in there.
Oh.
But except for that, the others are all good. They measure out correctly.
I don't know.
So,
I like it kind of tan.
Yes. Yeah, that's the fan in the oven. Unless I turn it around.
You cannot.
Not
help
with that oven, no.
Did you mulch your probe for anybody today?
I did. I cleaned the tip for everyone.
Good. It looks like Copium was writing a story while you were doing that.
Yeah.
I do still have some customers, and would you believe what they're after today?
Rusks.
Oh,
well, of course.
all of your meat.
Yes, that
your
is.
Your Druvors, your Ragu, your Cabanossi.
Every day when
every
I'm here, I get harassed for my meat.
Well, we all want to put your meat in our mouths.
Well,
Where's
we can
Mrs.
also,
Sarge?
Yeah, right. Well, we can call it quits because I got these guys out and we're just going to pop them in the fridge. They saw what the end product looked like.
Don't do that.
Yes, no, but you know what it is? We need to put acid. So either cream of tartar or lemon juice, and it will stop it from doing that. No, I just forgot, but the recipe doesn't say it.
She would also throw
No, she would have probably told me, hey, why are you being stupid? Yes. But I mean, that's what the recipe says. It's got it'll take approximately 10 minutes. Yes, to make fucking candy.
All right, let me go back. I'm sorry,
right,
unless you want me to kill it.
Yeah, kill it.
Is there anybody to raid Neuro? Do you have anyone in mind?
Oh, is Nero in?
Neuro's in.
All right.
Neuro's in. So.
All right, well, I'll hang a little.
Give me just a second.
Okay. There's lots of ding-dongs. All right, well, Nero, if you find someone to raid, I don't know if Bright Gaming is on. If we can raid him, we can hit him, no problem. And then I just want this. As soon as I can touch it, I can put it in the fridge. So let me just move this up so it doesn't tumble off the old table. There we go. That's a nice recipe. That is really nice. And I mean, as far as desserts go, that is really not too bad if you take milk, egg, a little bit of sugar. I mean, if you take, that'll be a tablespoon of sugar in each one. That's the extent of your dessert. I know of a lot of desserts. You know, you eat a candy bar, man, it's way more sugar than that. So yeah, if you can rate someone there, let's see. Nero is in out. Otherwise, I'm gonna end the stream and we call it a day. And so I don't know if Nero is going to pick up on someone. I know he's been a little busy this week. But yeah, it's pretty much up to you guys if you want to raid someone. Otherwise, I'm going to end this and call it a day. I got to go do some work.